The environment in which we reside in significantly impacts our mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. It is through our environment that we learn what language to speak, how to dress, and how to behave in this world. It is because of our environment we pick up on certain mannerisms or lack thereof on how to engage with others that we encounter. Based on the tools learned from an environment, we utilize such tools as a means of survival unless new tools are given to us. But sometimes an environment has such a strong hold on individuals that people feel like they are unable to leave or evolve out of their current situation. And that is due to the tools a certain environment provides that strategically are meant for you to stay stagnant or bound in a certain place, feeling trapped or limited, eventually becoming a product of that environment. If you always lived in an environment that was chaotic, violent, stressful, that environment will influence your perception and how you view life. And remember, it is your perception that creates the reality you live in. So if your environment never knew healthy love, peace, or happiness, it will be difficult for you to perceive life in that way. This is how people easily become a product of their environment. If you don't know better or haven't experienced anything better, then you will continue to live life the way it was projected to you by your environment. It is your environment that will influence how much money you will make, how many opportunities you will have access to, the air that you breathe, and the types of food that you eat. In your intermediate environment, such as your home, that will influence your attitude, behavior, and ways of thinking. Your environment significantly impacts your life in the direction that it takes. Most times, the environment outside of us reflects the environment within us. If there are limitations or restrictions placed on you due to your environment, it will limit your capacity to grow into your full potential. You will only grow as much as your environment would allow you to. It isn't until you step outside of your environment where you realize there is so much more that you can be, do, and have. But not everyone has that opportunity to experience a world outside where they've grown up. So they easily take on the beliefs and behaviors of their environments as their own and continue the cycle for generations. There are a select few people who are able to overcome their environment and become better. This requires resilience, dedication, and endurance on that individual's part. These are the people that know deep down inside that they want better than what their environment is projecting upon them. So they will do anything they can to try to rise above what they've seen and experienced to have better for themselves because they believe in their mind that better is out there. This is what set these people apart from others in their environment. It is a simple belief that they want better and that they are capable of having better by any means necessary. And so, they intentionally find new opportunities or experiences that they feel will help them lead to something better in their life. And as this individual goes against their environmental norms, they will be ridiculed or judged for their choices and decisions that they make because it will be different from what others in their environment are used to. And that is okay. Growing up in certain environments were designed to keep you in a constant cycle of lack or struggle. So once you find yourself behaving differently than those in your environment, then it is best for you to find a different environment that aligns with your goals and visions over your life. Sometimes staying in the same place that caused the hurts or limitations to you will always put you in a state of resistance because you no longer fit the status quo of that environment. And when you are evolving out of a certain environment, there will be people who will not be happy with your efforts because they themselves remain chained and bound to that environment and its culture. So you will be looked at as thinking you're better than or too good for certain things. And again, that is okay. But those individuals will develop jealousy in their hearts for you because you are trying to do something they feel incapable of doing. but it's the inner strength and belief that you hold within yourself that allows you to break free from your current environment. Typically, you will break free mentally first from an environment before you are able to physically leave. For some, they are physically able to leave an environment first, but it's important they leave the environment mentally, or they will bring the same experience from their old environment into their new one. To break free from anything is acknowledging the unhealthy behaviors experienced in that environment. And of course, you do this by recognizing certain patterns or behaviors that seem restrictive or limiting or even toxic. The quickest way to recognize whether something is toxic is paying attention to how it makes you feel. If you feel uncomfortable or sad, depressed, or any negative emotion in regards to it, that means it is not normal nor healthy, and it's a pattern that needs to be broken or stopped. Remember, you have no control on what others do and how they respond to things. That is something outside of your control. But what is in your control is the amount of energy or access you allow someone to have to you. You can't control how someone acts towards you, but how you respond is in your control. If you find yourself stuck in a certain environment, then it's imperative you create a safe place for yourself within your current environment. Even if it's a few moments in the bathroom or closet, you have to do what's best for you to mitigate the effects of that toxic environment. Then, once you figure out your safe space in your environment, take some time to take care of you. Doing things you love, like listening to your favorite music or creating something, or practice breathing, exercising, meditating, or journaling. But it's important that you have a place for you to just get away from your environment, especially if it's one that's toxic. Constantly staying in toxic environments causes chronic stress, lack of focus, or you may become aggressive or withdrawn. I know it's easier said than done when you're in an unhealthy environment, but it's important for you to find your safe place. Even if it's in your head, daydream or visualize yourself somewhere safe, peaceful, that makes you happy. It could be a made up place that maybe you've seen on TV or read in a book. But create a safe place in your mind if you have to. It is our mind that nothing and no one can control but you. But you have to remember that it is always you that remain in control over your mind. To truly break free from an unhealthy environment, you have to know and believe that you can mentally. And what it is that you are experiencing will not last long. If you have someone you trust, try talking to them about your experience and what it is that you're going through. Utilize any stress management and relief to assist you in coping better during your experience in a toxic environment. But sometimes, in order for you to truly heal and evolve from your environment, you have to leave it. So prepare an exit plan, work and save up. I know the prices in the economy is wild, but look into rooming houses or staying with a trusted friend or family member until you are able to find stability on your own. But staying in unhealthy environments causes more resistance in your journey to becoming a better human being. So take some time to consider your own patterns and behaviors that were picked up by your environment. Was it deemed normal there? How is it currently working out for you in your own life? Do you feel there is some things that needs to be changed? Do you carry certain behaviors from your environment and project them onto others? How do others think or feel about the behaviors or ideas that's projected upon them?